Hello students, welcome to our channel. My name is Professor Sabina Sheikh. Today we are doing board question paper of July 2023 of your English subject. So let's start. We've already done section 1 of the question paper and today we will do section 2, that is your poetry section. Okay. So question 3 is all about your poetry and appreciation, which states that read the extract and complete the activities given below. So you need to read the extract, you need to read this paragraph from your question paper and answer the following questions. So this is taken from your textbook, unit 2.3. The poem name is Inchcape Rock. So you must be aware of this poem and you know each and everything which is mentioned in the poem. Okay. So what you need to do, this paragraph is just a formality. You need to read this complete poem and answer the question. Now the question which I asked to you is very simple, okay, and many of the question you are already knowing. So let's solve one by one. A1, describe the scene in the beginning of the poem. Okay, so what you need to do, just read this paragraph from here. You need to just read the paragraph, the entire extract once at least, once you start writing the question paper. When you read the abstract of the poem, you will understand this poem is talking about sea. This poem is talking about Inchcape Rock. This poem is talking a lot about author, about his experience. Okay. So, what we are going to do, we will describe the scene in the beginning of the poem. So, see, just read the beginning stanzas. No stir in the air, no stir in the sea. The ship was as still as she could be. Her sails from heaven received no motion. Her keel was steady in the ocean. Without either sign or sound of their shock, the waves flowed over Inchcape Rock. Now once you read this poem properly, you will understand what are we supposed to write. So the answer goes like this. The poet describes sea as very calm and quiet at the beginning of the poem. Okay, because we can see, we can read, no stir in the air, no stir in the sea. The ship was as still as she could be. Still मतलब ठहराव, कोई हवा कोई रुक नहीं था वहाँ पे. ओके. Air, sea, ship and ship are in peaceful state. Air, sea और ship, तीनों चीज़ें, all the three things are in a peaceful state. That means that there is no sound, there is no aggression, there is no movement in the sea. The sea waves do not send any sound of shock. We know how the sea waves are. Okay, you've seen sea waves, no? So we have an experience of sea waves, but in the poem, the paragraph states that the sea waves do not send any sound of shock. That means there was no sound of shock in the waves. Simply, there was no sound in the waves. Okay, they do not rise or fall to cause the Inchcape Rock bell to ring. Okay, you need to write a word rock over here, which I forgot to write. Okay. So what happens? See, whenever there is a wave, definitely the ship will move, no? It will rise and then it will fall. Okay, there will be a movement in the ship. But the poem, these stanzas simply tells us that there was no movement, no rise or no fall. Because of that, the Inchcape Rock was still and there was no reason for the bell to ring. Okay. Now A2, give reason. The ship was still at sea because. Why was ship still? ठहराव क्यों था ship में? Why was ship still, not moving? There was no movement in the air and no stir in the sea. The ocean was calm and steady. Since the ocean was calm, there was no waves moving, there was no wind blowing. That is the reason the ship was still at sea. Okay, so let's read. There was no movement in the air, no stir in the sea. The ocean was calm and steady. There was no wind blowing that could move the ship. Simply, there was no air, there was no movement, there was no movement of the waves, there was no sound, there was no air, there was no wind blowing. So, all these reasons contributed, what it contributed? That the ship was still at the sea. Understood? Now, number 2. The abbot of Aberbrothock had placed the bell on the Inchcape Rock. So, okay? Now, why he has placed the bell on Inchcape Rock? You know the poem very well. Okay, the Inchcape rock was why it was placed, so that there should not be any mishap for the ships who are coming. Okay, if there is any whenever something fall, so the Inchcape rock would ring the bell, and when bell is rung, what will happen? The ship people, the captain and the sailors would be alerted. Okay, so just because to alert the people, to alert the sailors, there was Inchcape rock was placed. Okay, so any moment that stuck Inchcape rock, what will happen? The bell will soon ring. So what happened over here? The ship could stay safe from collision with the Inchcape rock, which used to submerge in water during the high tide. So when Inchcape rock would submerge into the water, the bell will ring. So the other people, the sailors, they all will get alert, and when they alert, so the ships will remain safe from collision. Collision मतलब टकराना, ठीक है, टकराने से वो सेफ हो जाएगा. कैसे सेफ होगा? क्योंकि तुरंत बेल रिंग हो जाएगी. ओके, बिकॉज ऑफ Inchcape rock. Okay. Now A3, write two incidents occasion on which you helped other people. अभी सिंपल सा हमें लिखना है, दो ओकेजन, दो इवेंट जब हम दूसरे लोगों की हेल्प किया हो. ओके, सो यू कैन राइट एनीथिंग. आई हैव रिटन सिंपल सेंटेंसेस. I assisted an elderly couple in transporting groceries from the supermarket to their home. Okay. Second, what I've written is I have taught a lot of young pupils. You can write young students or young friends or your friends. Anything you can write. Your sibling, your sister, your brother, anything you can write. I have taught a lot of young pupils about financial literacy and investing. Okay, this is what these are what my thoughts are. You can write anything. You can write you have helped your mother in cooking when guest had arrived, surprisingly. You have helped a young couple, you have helped an elderly women to cross the road. Okay, you can write any incidents. ठीक है. Now A4, question number A4. Give the rhyming pairs and rhyming scheme from stanzas 2 from the extract. Wait. Let's go to this section, extract, and read this. Okay. We are talking about rhyming words. So see. Read this. Shock and rock is rhyming. Fell and bell is rhyming. Okay. So, what is rhyming pair? Shock and rock, fell and bell. And what is the scheme? So it's A and B. So rhyming scheme is A and B. Simple, easy and scoring. This is again for 2 marks. So this is also for 2 marks. Okay. Now this entire your poetry section is of 14 marks. Okay. Compose 4 lines of your own on C. Now see, this is a simple, again a very simple and scoring question for you to answer. A5, simple, you need to write your own 4 lines on C. So what I would suggest you is just try to write into a rhyming word. Okay, because this is a poetry section. So whatever question are being asked to you, they are expecting you all to write a small poem. ठीक है, कंपोज करना है, पोएम कंपोज करना है. तो डेफिनेटली इफ़ यू ऐड राइमिंग वर्ड्स, तो आपके जो नॉर्मल अगर सेंटेंस आपने लिखा है तो वो भी राइमिंग ही लगेंगे. वो भी इट विल साउंड लाइक अ पोइट्री ओनली. ठीक है. सो व्हाट यू नीड टू डू, यू नीड टू use rhyming words. Okay, beneath the sky so vast and free, the waves dance with such glee. Salt in the air, a sailor's decree, the endless beauty of the sea. Okay, this I have written this. You can write anything that you want, whatever comes into your mind. These are the 4 lines. Okay, beneath the sky so vast and free, the waves dance with such glee. See, free and glee is rhyming word. So see, it is not compulsory, but when you use rhyming word, it will sound like a poem for you. ठीक है. Salt in the air, a sailor's decree, the endless beauty of the sea. See, decree and sea is somewhat rhyming. Okay, so this is the 4 lines which you can write any line whatever comes into your mind at that time. Okay, but simply don't waste a long hour in writing these. Do it as fast as you can. Now B is your appreciation. Now this is your 4 marks. Okay, the previous all the question were of 2 marks. This is of 4 marks. What you need to do is you need to read the extract and write appreciation of the poem. Okay, so what you need to do, just read it. Now this poem is all about money. Okay, so we will read this and write the appreciation. First we will write about the poem, and appreciation means what? Tareef karna. Okay, we will write appreciation. Simply we will write in normal words. We need to write everything whatever we feel about the poem. Okay, about the poem money. This poem is about money. Poet tells in this poem the real and actual happiness of life after becoming poor. The poet also expresses that he had always untrue friends, which feels were not so good when he was rich. We cannot enjoy life when we are rich. Even our friends are false. In short, this poem tells you about the author which is rich. And what is he telling? That he is rich but still he is not able to get true friends and true happiness. So what he did, he actually find his happiness after he became poor. While he was rich, he was not able to find good friends and good life as per him. Simply it means that when he was rich, he was not able to find true friends. Okay, because as per him the friends were also maybe after money. That's why he thought that when he was rich, the friends who were near him were not true. What is the theme of the poem? The poem deals with the experience of the poet when he was rich and also when he was poor. In this poem we are able to understand 2 things about rich and about poor, about author's experience when he was rich and about his experience when he was poor. The poet has presented the actual value of money in our life. When we are rich, we always worry about its safety. We cannot enjoy life completely. Being rich person could never get experience of true love or friend. As per the poet, when you are rich, you are always wondering about your money, you are always in tension about your money. And being rich, as per the poet, being rich, he was never able to experience true love or of friend. Okay. Now what is this poetic style, language or poetic devices? The poem has 5 stanzas having 4 lines each. The language is easy and simple to understand. Rhyming scheme is A, B, C, B. Okay, this is a rhyming scheme. The poet has used inversion, alliteration, simile, onomatopoeia, repetition, antithesis, etc. Now what is the message that poet is giving? What is the moral of the poem of money? Okay? The poem teaches us valuable moral lessons. Money does not bring true happiness, as well as the value of money in true friendship. The poem even teaches us to identify the difference between true and untrue friends. The poem gives us a message of satisfaction. Okay, this is the moral of the poem. What is the moral of the poem here? That how to identify true friends. Okay, over here the poet is telling that he has experienced about friendship when he was rich, and even he has experience about friendship when he was poor. So over here it helps us to identify the difference between true and untrue friends, and poem also gives us a message of satisfaction. Over here the poet is much satisfied after being poor. He was not satisfied when he was young. Okay, now conclusion, opinion of the poem money. Now over here you need to write your opinion, students. Okay, whatever is your true opinion you can write over here. I like the poem very much. I think that money is important in today's world. I understood that money is not everything in life and doesn't bring true happiness. Okay, now this is the big question. Can money bring true happiness? money is definitely, this is my opinion, money is definitely important for us, for each and every one of us, but along with money we need to love true friendship, then only we will be able to enjoy the life. Okay, you have a lot and lot of money, okay, you are very rich, you have lot and lot of money, but what if you don't have any friends or family member to share your wealth with? Will you be happy? No. So money is important. Along with money we need to have family, true friends, true family members for us to enjoy our wealth. All right, money can't buy happiness. This is the principle of life. Definitely money cannot buy happiness, money cannot buy true friends and family members. Okay, but you need to understand one thing, that even if you have money, or if you don't have money, you should always be true to our friends and family members. Okay, this is what the conclusion and opinion of the poem Money is. Thank you so much for being with me. Now other section will be coming soon. Thank you.